Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth Managers. How you doing today? Hope all is good with you. You having a good Thursday so far? Good, good. Hey, okay, this is just gonna be a little talk, right? Some of you are not gonna like this, but federal student loans, you haven't had to make payments, and now the Biden administration is actually saying maybe we'll waive some of that. Maybe we'll go ahead and just get rid of some of the student loan debt that you have. And it's not really an opinion video. It's up to you if you think that's good or bad. But I can tell you financial advisors now have kind of band together and have said, well, then let's not make any extra payments. Why would we do that? Let's do something else with the dough, and I'll get to that in a second. They're looking at like they're going to try to get rid of about $10,000 in student loans. Some Democrats want about $50,000 erased there. No matter how much you make, some have said, hey, if you make over $100,000, maybe we shouldn't do that. Maybe we should set some tax limits there. How are we going to treat that forgiveness? Is that going to be taxable and all of that? Well, that'll come to pass, right? They'll figure that out. It seems like they're going to move that direction, and they're likely going to do that before the midterm elections. As I record this video now, it is the middle of May. Think about it. They want to show something good before the elections. I would do the same thing, to be honest. So I don't blame them for that. Now, what about if you have student loans, federal student loans? Well, what can you do with those dollars? Well, hopefully what you've been doing is paying yourself, right? A few dollars every time you're supposed to make your $100, $200, $1,000 student loan payment. Maybe you put that in your pocket. Maybe you paid off some other debts or something. What I would suggest is maybe you put it towards your regular student loans, right? That are not likely going to be forgiven, your private student loans. So that's one option. But if you say, well, I don't have any of those, I just have this extra money that I don't have to make payments on, what should I do with it? I'll give you a few tips that I just shared with clients in our Wine and Wealth class, which is a class that we do every Thursday there. And let's maybe draw it on a board, huh? Try to go over here. So we've got your student loan dough, right? And it's over here. You're not making payments, but you have that money hopefully coming in, right? Most of us could pay the payments. We were used to paying the payments, but now it's not going anywhere. One of the first things, of course, the obvious one is credit cards. You want to move money towards credit cards. That's a no-brainer. I won't spend any time on that. You know those things are ridiculous. The rates are absurd. You shouldn't, come on, just quit spending money over there. But the next thing I'd like you to consider is your 401k loans, which is really odd for a lot of people. Most people won't mention that, but think about your 401k loan. You're getting the best of the best right now, considering how the market's been, right? A 401k loan is totally your interest, right? So let's say you have a 6% interest rate there. That money goes to you. It doesn't go to the brokerage firm or to your 401k or anything. It goes to you. So you're paying back the loan. You're forgiving yourself some of that interest and paying off some of that interest, which goes to you. So that's a win. The second win is those dollars then get invested. The market is much cheaper right now. So it is more advantageous to you to pay that loan back. Then those dollars get used to be invested. You see a greater return on the next market rally. Well, yeah, let's go focus over there. Let's start paying that off until we figure out what the student loan issue is going to be, right? That's tip number one. That's a real easy one in my book there. The wrong answer, I think, is to invest it in the stock market generally, because you're killing two birds with one stone here. Your dollars are paying yourself back. They are going to knock out that interest, and those dollars get to be reinvested at the same time. So really focus on that if you have any kind of workplace loan there. The next thing I'll give you is car loans. If you just bought a car in the last few months, you know that you likely paid 35 to 45% more than you would have just a year ago. That's a problem, right? If you had to buy a car, I get it. You had to buy a car, you had to suck it up, you had to make it happen. But you know you paid more. Car prices will not stay elevated, which means you will maybe not find yourself upside down, but you will find yourself losing more return than you normally would, losing more on the car than you normally would if you just bought a normal car and it depreciates over time. So if you just bought a car within the last couple months, we know we have to get ahead of that. It is more beneficial for you from a net balance sheet, like total return sort of perspective, to pay down that car in case things do pull back a little bit. Car prices maybe do pull back. They already are kind of in a way. So that's something you want to get ahead of there. We don't want you to be upside down in a car. You kind of see that as being like a temporary little bubble going on right now. There's going to be a lot of people locked into payments on cars that maybe they struggle to make, but then the value of the car doesn't allow them to go sell it without taking a hit. So if you've got that extra student loan money, let's just assume that they're going to pass something. If they don't, then you stop making the payments towards that, right? You go pay your student loans, of course, right? It's a nasty type of debt to have, But in the meantime, let's focus on a couple things. Credit cards got to go. Get them out of the way. If you don't have any credit cards, go to your 401k loan because you get a double whammy there. It's a win-win. If you don't have a 401k loan, but you just bought a car sometime recently, well, okay. And the other side of that could be saving for a car just in case car prices don't come down. So I know they're outside of the box a little bit. It's not your typical standard financial advice there, but it's a way to be more efficient with your dollars, and that's really all I'm interested in. We don't have to have some top secret tip to give you. We just have to have common sense to apply to the dollars that you were otherwise gonna spend at the mall or on vacation. I see you out there. That's one of the benefits of us having thousands of clients all over the United States. I get a feel for when people are excited about real estate, starting a business, hunkering down, retiring early, and it's just something in the water right now. We're all out there spending stupid sums of money on quite stupid things, to be honest, myself included. I like candy. I buy a lot of candy. There's a lot of extra candy out there. Baby formula, that's a different thing. Candy, that's everywhere. Right? I'm just kidding. Hey, anyways, have a great rest of your Thursday. We'll see you later on The Closing Beat, 5 o'clock. It's a live show that we do on YouTube right here. It's free. Everything's included. We just ask for maybe a subscription, thumbs up, leave a comment. Let us know you're there. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you have a topic in mind that you want us to share with you or help you plan through? Otherwise, thanks for checking us out at Jazz Wealth. You have a great rest of your day. I'm out of here.
Why should you choose Jazz Wealth as your retirement or long-term investing service? Our portfolios are managed by us, not some faceless mutual fund manager. Our private classes will teach you everything about investing and getting your dough straight. Best of all, our fiduciary standard means your best interest comes before ours.